This is just a quick little video to let everyone know that I've enabled YouTube memberships for this channel. So, if you've been enjoying the videos I've put up over most of the past year, or you've been making use of the neutrino launcher plugin I've been developing, you can now support me financially in those endeavors. If you do, you'll receive credit at the end of future videos on this channel. I don't have any other perks to offer at the moment, but I might come up with something in the future. If you want to, and are able to contribute, even just $1 or $2 would be greatly appreciated. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, the neutrino launcher plugin simply would not be possible without the hard work of other PS2 homebrew developers. Since I'm here asking for money, I feel it's only fair to shout out a couple other people you can support, whose work I've been relying on for this project. First off, you can donate to the main XEB Plus development team, without whom the neutrino launcher project would not exist. I know there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and I'm sure they would appreciate the support. There's also Elizra, who is a PS2 homebrew legend. He's the lead developer behind PS2 BBL, W Launch Elf, and several other PS2 related projects. He also created the fork of Cheat device that I'm currently using with Neutrino Launcher. All relevant donation links and crypto wallets are listed down in the description. I also want to take this opportunity to answer some frequently asked questions about the Neutrino Launcher plugin and XEB Plus in general. I've answered all of these questions in the comments of my 3 Neutrino Launcher videos, but people keep asking them, so hopefully this will clear things up. 1. Can you launch PlayStation 1 games with XEB Plus? Yes, there is a plugin that loads PS1 games from the XEB Plus dashboard called PopCX. As the name implies, this plugin uses the Pops emulator as its backend, and it actually predates the Neutrino launcher by quite some time. I've never had a reason to use this plugin myself, but from what I've heard, it works well. I also know that HeroTex, over on the XEB Plus Discord, has been working on a fork of PopCX that adds some of the same quality of life features I've put into Neutrino Launcher, like quick navigation buttons and background artwork. Question 2. Does Neutrino Launcher support GSM / will you be adding GSM support in the future? So, for those who don't know, GSM stands for Graphics Synthesizer Mode, which is what dictates the resolution, refresh rate, etc. of the PS2's video output. With homebrew software, you can force the PS2 to use any of its built-in video modes, which go all the way up to 1080i. This functionality has been built into OPL for a while now. Previously, I've always said that I don't plan on integrating GSM settings into Neutrino Launcher because there's already a GSM plugin for XEB+. However, over the past few weeks, I've seen a number of comments complaining that the GSM plugin crashes to a black screen on startup. I decided to look into this, and sure enough, I ran into the exact same issue. I'm not actually sure what causes this problem, but it seems to only be present in the GSM plugin that's included with XEB+. There's a newer version of the GSM plugin you can grab from the XEB Plus Discord, and that one works without issue. Having now actually used this plugin, though, I've slightly revised my stance on GSM support. I still don't want to integrate GSM directly into Neutrino Launcher, but the current implementation is a bit more cumbersome than I would like. I'm thinking of trying to design a way to auto-switch GSM either when XEB Plus starts or when a game is launched. I'm not 100% sure how I would achieve that at this point, but it would most likely require writing a whole new plugin. I can't guarantee when or even if that's going to happen. GSM is fairly low on my priority list right now, but it is something I want to at least look into more. Question 3. Do you plan to add in-game reset support to Neutrino Launcher? Honestly, I would love to, and if there were a straightforward way to do it, it would already be done. The best potential solution I know of would be to write a custom IRX module that sets up IGR when it's loaded. Such a module could be loaded alongside Neutrino, and would likely be useful for other projects as well. Unfortunately, that type of low-level programming is just a bit beyond my current skill set. It's something that I'd like to learn, but right now I'm focusing on getting the Neutrino Launcher as complete and as polished as I can before delving into that rabbit hole. If someone who already knows what they're doing wants to beat me to the punch, I certainly won't object. I did also try to adapt one of those PS1 IGR chips to work with the PS2. Unfortunately, that experiment ended in failure, but had it worked, it would have trumped any software implementation of IGR. A hardware IGR mod might still be possible with a different chip design, but that's for someone else to look into. I am not an electrical engineer. Question 4. How does Neutrino's game compatibility compare to OPL? I brought this up in my first Neutrino Launcher video, but people keep asking about it, so I'll address it again here. Based on the testing I've done and feedback I've received, I can say with a high degree of confidence that Neutrino has much better compatibility than OPL. There are a number of games that don't work under OPL at all that Neutrino can run without issue. OPL's compatibility also seems to drop off significantly when using an MX4 SIO adapter, and that's not an issue I've observed with Neutrino. I'll take this opportunity to once again mention the Neutrino launcher compatibility list that's up on GitHub. People have been adding to it since my last video, but it's still very incomplete. If you've been using the launcher, I encourage you to go over there and add any games you've played to that list. Link is in the description. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. Just a quick little announcement / clarification. At time of recording, this channel has nearly reached 2,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who helped me get that far in under a year. And of course, I need to give a huge preemptive thank you to anyone who decides to support this channel directly by becoming a member. Next video will probably be another Neutrino launcher update. I've got a few different improvements and new features I've been working on.